Streamlabs OBS and how they're bad. It's like, yes, they are. That's why I use regular OBS.
Yes, yes.
Well, I got Twitch Studio Beta for free, and am just using that because it uploads to Twitch, which I can then upload to YouTube.
Valid, you're good.
Oh, this hurts. All right.
Look, I have never streamed before, so this is not a part of the experience I've ever worried about. But now that I'm doing it, I feel like fucking Johnny Lawrence asking what's a Facebook, and like that's
it's like okay. I'm not even going to
does
continue that
that
train of
reference
thought.
track for anybody, or am I just like
I
Is that is
associate it
that the
with it.
whole congressional or Congress thing with Zuckerberg?
No, I said Johnny Lawrence, man. Like
Oh,
in Cobra Kai.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't. I didn't watch that.
Oh, it's
Yes.
first off, it's amazing. I love it.
I
But
hear it's good.
it is basically a soap opera. No, not a soap opera. Sorry, it's a universe that works on musical rules. Except, like in a musical, when somebody's emotions like reach a boiling point, they break into song. It's just musical rules, except when they get emotional, they do karate about it.
It's my favorite.
I love it
What?
so much. But the reference was just that the character of Johnny, who is the antagonist of the original Karate Kid, is the protagonist of the series. Like it's told from Johnny's perspective of like where his life has gone since that movie,
Oh.
and like in a lot of ways he behaves as though they defrosted him. I feel like he like went into cryostasis right after the movie because like he is an adult man in 2015 who doesn't know what the internet is.
The thought that I had, which was funnier in my opinion, is you climbing on top of a vehicle, sitting on the roof, and going, how does it drive? Make it go.
No, like my man buys a laptop from a pawn shop because he doesn't even own a computer, and
As you do.
then doesn't plug it in because the guy at the shop told him that it was wireless, which like
My God.
meant Wi-Fi.
Oh,
And so he thought that meant it didn't have like an electrical plug.
I
And
mean, if it had a battery, it wouldn't need
well,
one until the battery ran out.
well, that's it did work until the battery ran
Well, they
out.
didn't.
Okay,
I was gonna say they might not have kept it charged in the pawn shop.
that's
No,
also true.
it was fully charged when he bought it, and he used it. And then like
And
a
then it
day
died.
later, he came
And
back and
then
was
it
like, "Hey,
broke.
it broke." And the guy was like, "No, you have to charge it, dipshit." And then like a season and a half after that happens, somebody else tells him like, no, not a season and a half. That's a whole thing, other thing. Um, but like there is a point where somebody mentions Facebook to him, and he just goes, "What's a Facebook?" Like, like my man, like I don't use Facebook, but like everyone knows what it is.
I guess it's not a surprise that he didn't go to college.
I mean,
No,
like,
that's not.
Because
look,
Facebook was named after a thing that existed before the website. I was like, Facebook of a college.
oh yeah,
Oh
but
yeah, I guess that's true.
like Johnny did not go to college. But like
What?
he's unaware of Facebook the website, and it's
I
like
mean, he probably hasn't been on the internet.
right, but like they play him like he went into a coma in 1992 because he doesn't know about anything that exists in time sense. It's wild, but
Yeah, it's
he's
kind of silly having a character in like the last 10 years that doesn't know what the internet is. Like
Yeah.
my grandma knows about Facebook and how to use it. Like,
yeah, and it's like less that, and like this is specifically an adult who was around college age when the internet became a thing. Like,
So they really should have known what the internet was.
he at least knows what the internet is, even if he's never used it, because he's watched the news since, you know,
Right.
2001. But like they treat him like he gets defrosted in the first episode of the show, because like he doesn't know what the internet is.
That's just weird.
Weird.
Yeah. Like he learns in the show about the concept of email.
Oh,
Yeah.
like is it like so much to the extreme that he has like a fucking typewriter
No,
and is like,
it's not
what
that
is this?
bad, but
What is this keyboard shit?
Well, he wouldn't have a typewriter because he's not a nerd.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's true. He wouldn't.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing is they treat him as having had zero character growth in the intervening decades either.
Hilarious.
So he's an
I
80s
mean,
bully. Yeah, he is an
I
80s movie
mean,
bully in
we
2015.
all know that one guy that hasn't grown up since high school.
I mean, like, literally not at all.
They're called cops.
Like he has
Oh fuck!
like he has not progressed the word chicks being like the go-to.
Now I'm just reminded of one guy in high school where if I find out he's not a cop, I would be very surprised.
Yeah.
Could be a gym teacher.
Like don't pay YouTube to watch it, but like definitely steal it and watch it because it's fantastic.
It's on Netflix if you got access to that.
Do have Netflix.
It's also on Pirate Bay.
Pirate Bay's still a thing.
Yeah.
Yes, of course it is.
I thought it got shut down.
Oh,
No.
it's been shut down so many times.
It is open source.
Yeah, and every time it gets shut down, somebody else in a different country just picks it up. Like, we're on piratebay.io right now, and it changes like every 9 months. Yeah, it's still a thing.
The government doesn't want to spend that many resources trying to take it out, so they just get rid of the website every couple months and don't really look for where it's going to pop up next.
They move whenever they get sued by a media company
Mm-hmm.
for hosting their content. Like that's like the government doesn't give a shit. It's like when Warner finds out that piratebay.ch has BVS on it and they shut the shit down, and then like 2 weeks later, piratebay.rz is live, and everyone goes about their business
like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, like that has happened roughly every 9 months since 2013.
That's beautiful. I love the internet. Sometimes.
Yeah, I have been in the Steel Media part of the internet the whole time, and watching it grow and change has just been magical. Like, I cannot tell you how big VPNs were for us.
VPN's great.
Yeah.
VPNs are great.
Man, I'm like seriously considering going back into my pirating days since Crunchyroll became shit and then ate up Funimation. And I'm like,
all you have to do is cancel all the streaming accounts you pay for. Pay for
well,
one.
currently the only streaming account I pay for is HBO Max.
Oh,
which I think is kind of
it.
worth keeping. I mean, I'm not the only one who uses it.
Oh, I mean,
my dad uses it too. See, he pays for the Netflix, I pay for the HBO Max.
Oh yeah, don't fuck with that. But all you have to do is invest in like a medium grade VPN. Like I use Surfshark. And
I think I used to have that.
I mostly use Surfshark because it has unlimited devices. So I have both of my parents' computers on it. Cause I got tired of dealing with them. But yeah. Surfshark is great. But yeah, that's all you need, and then I can be your sensei. Like, I'll show you the world.
I mean, I already know the world. I just need like
I can show
to
you.
get the rust off.
I meant like I can do that because I have been keeping up with the times. Like,
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done that.
right, that's what I'm saying. Is like I can give you a catch up course. Like, I can get you there. Like, I can give you my links and shit.
Nope.
Yeah.
These conversations are extremely intense with the battle music I have going.
Speaking of battle music, we have a show to do.
Yeah.
Suppose I record it.
Oh my god. It has just been 10 minutes since I started the Twitch stream. So let's call this a bonus feature of catching it live, and maybe somebody else will do that in the future. Who knows? Anyway.
Get to hear our stupid
So what's the
shenanigans.
Twitch channel so I can look at it?
It's Pathenders Pod.
Pathenders
I already followed you.
Pod.
Oh, wow.
Dope.
Yeah.
I followed because you have
What?
the chat set to followers only. To say boo.
Oh wow.
Because I gave a shout out of the show in my buddy's stream.
Oh shit, I should probably check the Twitter and see if anybody said anything.
I said a thing.
All I meant, like, if anybody, like, added us. Added or atted, you know, either way.
I did a oh god.
Add
you're
the
right. I did.
And the answer is no.
Oh,
That's okay.
don't worry about it. Don't worry.
What is that
about it.
noise?
Which noise?
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's to the two people who have added the follower count.
Oh.
I was like, who the fuck is that?
Oh,
It's the notification noise.
I have a question for you, James, real quick. I know it's just really quick. I swear to God.
No, I'm just looking at the stream and going like, I should just be in charge of this.
I mean, I would not be adverse to that, honestly. Like,
I can get the shit looking crisp, well, at least a little crisper than this.
all right, yeah,
Do it.
yeah.
Do
Like,
it.
I'll give you the login if you want to run this part. Like, that's
Yeah,
totally fine.
next time I'll do that.
All right, yeah, we can.
Next time on.
Yeah.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
So now to the show stuff. Who wants to do our recap?
Not it.
Who remembers stuff from last
We
session?
got a note from heaven saying, "Come back later, fucklords." In the bar, and we were like, "Thanks, DM."
Yeah, so I was talking about, who was I talking about this with, where I told you that, like, I fully expected for as soon as y'all got to the tavern, you to just hoof the door in and start bashing heads. Like,
that was me.
Yeah, right, and that's what I expected the course of the game to go to. So everything that happened from that door opening until right now was just all bullshit. Like, I was not ready for none of that. I was ready for what we're about to do right now.
We had to investigate first.
We are very scared of your suggestions of consequences.
Yeah, I think we were very scarred from that.
Yeah, and
You should be sparse with those unless you want us to not do anything.
I am learning from this experience that I have laid it on a little too thick. And that is something I need to work on.
Most of us have anxiety, so that might leak into how we play our characters.
Yeah, and that is on me. I am used to playing with characters who are a lot less sensitive to social cues.
We hear that tone change and we're like, "Oh God, what's happening?"
It was more like in between sessions when we were doing our plans. Every time someone would say a line of plan, you would go like, "That's an option,"
And we're
or
like,
"Are you sure you want to do that?"
And we're like, "Why is he saying that?" Okay.
And it's
Or
like,
but that would be illegal.
Just let us do the thing.
Like maybe
Then you
we
get
should-
that Fry from Futurama like glare count, and it
Yes,
zooms in.
and that's the other thing that I had forgotten about, like having refreshed myself on, like, not just this encounter, but like the stuff that comes after it. Part of the reason that Simri is around isn't as much to like, help you in fights, but like it's I the GM am gonna have some thoughts and suggestions to be like the voice on one ear. Simri is supposed to be there to be the one on the other ear going, but what if we did burn the whole place to the ground?
But what if we did do the illegal thing?
Yeah, because no one listens when I say it.
Because cop.
And then we look at you and go, "You're supposed to be a Hell Knight.
Well, yeah, because Schlesser
Stop
suggests burning
suggesting
things
the
down.
chaotic option, Hell Knight."
Right, and that's what I mean is like she's supposed to be the one who is making that suggestion to like the characters of like, yeah, but like
What
he
if
said we
we
couldn't
did-
kill him, but what if we like, like cut his leg off or something? Like she's supposed to be a bad influence.
A bad influence to the devil worshiper, where Utuk's going like, "Nah, that's too extreme. But what if we cut off into here?"
Well, so actually, very specifically from that viewpoint, the bad I'm talking about isn't on the good evil axis; it's on the lawful chaotic axis. And
So they
from
could do-
Uktuk's point of view, urging toward more chaotic acts of violence would be a move in the bad direction, in his opinion. Right?
No.
If the acts of violence being done became more chaotic versus more lawful, he would be cool with that.
Look. Okay, so violence is a tricky thing. So one of the tenets that a tyrant champion follows is that he is not allowed at all to show mercy.
Mm-hmm.
So if things become chaotic in the middle of the battle, it's just the way it is because he can't show mercies. He can't pull his punches.
Oh no. Okay, so what I mean is, we have like the party talking about whether or not to burn the bar down, and Uktuk
Okay.
saying no.
Don't
we go in.
Don't do that.
Yeah, like Uktuk is the voice of law saying no. Like let's go in and like brutalize the one guy that we were sent in here to apprehend because
Let's not burn the building down, but we can smash some tables. That's acceptable collateral.
yeah, because that doesn't harm the ability of the business to function.
The
So
lawful evil
Yeah.
is
And-
versus chaotic evil. Chaotic evil is burn the building down.
Well,
Lawful
that's
evil is
let me finish
is
my
acceptable
example of
collateral.
what I was saying, because that's kind of where I'm going with this. Is the party is debating whether or not to burn the place, and then Simri's on the other end going, but what if we lock the doors and then burn the place down? Like that's.
I don't think we were debating on burning the building down though.
That was Tori.
Or is this just a hypothetical?
This is a hypothetical.
Okay.
Like that's what I
Tori
mean. Is
was-
Simri is supposed to be there to be like the wild card.
Well, Tori, it's just the feral dog we picked up along the way.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
and I'm realizing now that why I shelved her so hard in the
We should should I be recording? We should probably be recording, shouldn't
well,
we?
like the Twitch stream is going, so everything you've said in the last 19 minutes has been recorded.
Oh,
But like for
cool.
your actual Go recording, yeah. Once we're done with the session recap, we'll start that part.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I just realized that I had shelved her so hard in that role because we had Zifra, who was
And now we have
That too must not be named.
right. Well, I meant is like that player was filling that role to the point where Simri was made redundant. So I just kind of had her not be involved as much. And like in combat, I don't want to have her involved because that's just basically another player taking their turn, and I don't want this to drag.
Mm-hmm.
But narratively, like that's what she's
Look,
supposed to be doing.
Pathfinder rules, if we don't finish this in 2 rounds, we're doing something wrong.
That's not how 2E works.
It's not how 2... Oh, okay. I'm used to 1E, I guess.
Somebody drew a squiggly on the map.
Yeah, I fucked up.
What the heck?
I was trying to get the ruler, and I clicked on the paintbrush, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Anyway, so
I don't know how
round
to delete
out
it.
the recap, we spent a lot of time investigating, looking for anything, and this guy
I'm paranoid.
at every stage seems to be like alarmingly squeaky clean.
And
Oh, you
I
should...
don't take that.
You should have the stream screen be on the Roll20.
What button is that?
Oh.
Well, like, tell me how to do it. And like,
Well,
I just don't know how.
I don't know how to use Twitch Studio Beta.
Let me look at stream.
Oh wait,
and
I remember
see
why
what
I didn't want to do that, because I have information on the Roll20 that you don't. So switching it to you and only having the player information on Roll20 fixes that problem.
That's true.
Yes. So yeah.
Now I know how to delete it. Okay.
Yeah, so next time.
Okay, next time.
But for now, I'm just looking at this.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, investigated, and yeah, the guy was suspiciously squeaky clean at every turn.
And I don't like that. And I'm paranoid and I overthink everything. So I have plans.
Yeah, and yeah, all of this was kind of thrown off because it mentions in the book like the numbers that were there, but I didn't expect y'all to like stop and think about that as much as, well, you know, we were ordered to arrest him. Let's just arrest him and worry about the charges later. Like, that's what I was ready for.
We didn't just go all unga bunga.
Yeah, but that's okay because we got like 4 episodes of really good character stuff. Like, I'm not upset that that's the turn it took.
And we found some good information.
Yeah.
There's like paperwork and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to think of this as Hot Fuzz. You have to have the paperwork montage moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just usually that
Such a
comes
good
after
movie.
the action.
Can we take a moment and talk about how good a movie Hot Fuzz is?
You don't want to do that because we won't start recording for another hour.
There's
We
no
have
time.
had this
There's no
conversation.
time. You're right. It would take too long to explain how good Hot Fuzz
I
is.
could deliver a video essay on Hot Fuzz.
So let's not do that. It's just super
And
fucking
we've
good.
talked about it before.
So,
like,
so we didn't get
I
charges
have in
against.
fact written an essay on Hot Fuzz.
Have you really?
Don't stop trying to sidetrack us. I'm trying to get out of this topic. Stop dragging us back.
We're swimming against the current here.
So we did some reconnaissance, and we didn't catch Kagan in any crimes, but we found a lot of other interesting stuff.
He's a heretic.
And then we waited a minute, and then came back later and caught him in a crime. And,
To be clear,
did some...
Regulus waited the whole time.
Uktuk did some devil worshipping, as he does.
Refused to jump off the roof.
Like, we got some really good character stuff out of that. Like,
It was good stuff.
I'm not upset at what happened, but here we are. And we ended as we were about to kick the door open. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the intro, and, you know, once we get going, we're going to roll right into initiative. Because, like, I'm gonna count opening like a tactical entry as being sufficient that people are aware, and we're just gonna work in that. It's more about the time frame than that doesn't mean combat starts when you open the door. I just want to like have a framework for time and how the encounter plays out. It doesn't mean like blows are going to start flying at that round. That's just. So, yeah. Anyway, that should catch us up. Does anybody have anything else before we go into recording and syncing and whatnot and hootenannies and all that?
I am good.
Yes, Jess is putting her dog out.
Okay. I can wait for that.
All the informations. Oh, did you? I don't think you mentioned it. Mentioned a suggestion, so it's fine. If you did, I don't remember it, Cecil.
I do want to say it would be great if we snuck up on the bartender and then you just held Regulus up in the palm of your hand to his head. You were like, this thing's loaded.
This thing's loaded.
This is a stick up. Hands behind her head,
Yeah,
where I
it's,
can see them.
it's very literally the gag in Futurama where they get mugged by a guy who reveals his hand holding a small robot, who then is holding a gun in his hand.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, and
What's
actually, I guess we don't have to go into initiative right away if Backdoor Team wants to make a stealth entry, but while doing that, I would remind you that you are under the effect of a spell that has a 1 minute
a
duration.
time limit. Yeah.
It usually isn't ethical to sneak in the back door.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Prize backdoor. Buckdoor?
I'll be here all
Sure.
week.
I mean, like, normally it's not ethical, but you're a pig who has no regard for social etiquette.
That Cereal's gonna do something different. So I would like to do that stealth, but not to go in the back door.
What are you doing?
So Regulus has to go in alone?
Yeah, of Dribbles.
Dribbles is
You're
staying
never
outside.
alone. How could you not let him in on this?
Because he's not gun trained yet?
He needs to learn it. That's true, you're right.
He's not the kind of dog that holds a dagger in his mouth.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah,
No.
he is a lover, not a fighter.
This is true, actually.
He's not an anime dog.
Yeah, he...
Although he will be ordered to guard the back door.
The
Not let anybody out.
Because not me, but Cereal wants to figure out how the fuck these people got in here.
Why do you think you can do that from the outside?
Well, because I rolled really low the last time when we were looking around. That's why.
Regulus was there all night and didn't see anything on the
Because
outside.
you rolled even lower than my perception.
That's metagaming.
I'm not sure that's true either.
Regulus did tell us that he didn't see anything, and I rolled survival on the front door and no one went through the front, so...
That's metagaming, though.
No, because that's information that in character I collected.
Your character doesn't know that Regulus rolled low on his
but
perception
she
check.
knows that Regulus
he didn't
told her
see
he
anything.
didn't see anything, and she trusted him.
Yeah,
Right.
but I do know that
Or did she?
something happened. Somehow they got inside. And
Alright, secret tunnels.
yeah, secret tunnel, and through the chaos that might happen if some people run off through that maybe possibly secret tunnel, I want to find
kill
that shit.
chaos.
You know, I might scale the side of the building and go through a window. I might find a secret entrance down on the bottom floor. You never know.
You think this
Please
is Assassin's
do not
Creed?
make me go in
Yeah.
alone.
Regulus
And
Story
scale
trying to
walls.
find-
You know how high an athletics check that is?
It's
pretty high.
Done it before.
That's
Regulus
pretty
is
high.
a ranged attacker who will be nearest the combat veteran when combat starts.
The brick shithouse combat veteran.
With a warhammer. Please
Sorry,
do not make
Cereal
me
is
go
not
in
thinking
alone.
about that you have to convince Suriel before she backs off it, because she's not thinking about that right now.
But that was the plan. Why did Suriel lie to Regulus?
Yeah, we kind of had a plan, and now you're just kind of
She
deviating from it.
She just said she was going to the back door, and that she was already talking.
Why
to
are you deviating from the plan?
Because
A lie of omission is still a lie.
She changed her mind last
Why do we
minute.
even?
I'm gonna go through it.
Schless, why do we even make plans if this just happens?
Why
You
do
know
we
everyone
ever
can
make
hear you.
plans?
Yeah, but no, we're whispering. Schless, why do we even make plans when people just don't
Hey,
follow them?
You
you know that's what like I say every time, right? Like,
Oh, yeah, but you're special.
look, I'm just saying, you can't fuck up somebody's plan unless they made a plan in the first place.
Go back to never having plans and winging it the entire time. We'll probably have a better chance of succeeding.
Well, I mean, like, Suriel can't throw off your plan if there's no plan to throw off.
There was a plan, though.
I know. Just saying, maybe she's mercurial. You did just meet her. Like for real, like Uktuk and Suriel have known each other for less than a day.
Like, appreciates Uktuk and his I forgot what the word was. Oh god.
Devil worshipping.
Yeah, so I'll just leave it at devil worshipping.
Fervor.
Thank you. Yeah, fervor. She just has a lot of thoughts going through her head, and she wants to make this plan go as smoothly as possible. But she's also
By deviating from it?
she's
By
not
not doing it?
This plan will work. The only way we can make this work if we don't follow it.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Fuck this plan. That's how we make it work. Roll for initiative.
She's trying to cover you guys' asses so no one gets away.
Look,
Is what the
if
plan
you
is.
make 0 plans, statistically, 0% of your plans fail.
Well, wouldn't 0 out of 0 be 100%?
Yeah, that's why 0% of them fail. They have 100%.
But that's 100%.
100% of them fail too.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
too many math. That's too
Except you can't divide by 0 because 0 is technically a non-existent number.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just watch me.
Jess?
Hola.
Are you
I'm
back?
back. I am.
Yes. Only wants to deviate from the plan already.
What the hell?
I had this plan for like over a week.
All right.
Jess, you already knew this.
We had this plan for over 2 weeks.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm sorry,
Everybody,
2 weeks.
everybody, hold on.
Yes.
This is on air drama.
True.
Yeah, we're fighting.
Yeah.
Great thing is that there isn't going to be like WWF SmackDown happening because we're
You know
all
what?
I was gonna say it's all an illusion. This is
You know
wrestling.
what? Those who watch the Twitch stream see the bonus drama. This
The
isn't in the
backstage
recording.
drama.
Ooh,
Right?
yeah,
Well, no, I
like the
meant, like,
Patreon, like extra content.
These these characters having this argument needs to be on.
Okay, we need to have the editors take video or audio clips from this backstage that's not being on the recording and like kind of do a little smash cuts of it and like watch it live.
We need them to
blah,
take
blah, blah.
video. How they'll get that video? Unclear.
We'll figure out a way. James will not figure it out. Grapes will figure it out.
All right, let's start recording so we can have the on air in play.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Also,
that's what I meant. So like now that everybody's back, we can do the sync clip,
Okay.
and I'll roll in, and probably come right back to this discarded plan thing because I want to talk about that on air. But let's do the plan.
I will say right now.
Wait, hold on. It's not
gonna
recording
be
my
hard.
voice for some reason. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Well,
I will say right now, Schlessel, it's not gonna be hard to convince Suriel to stay.
Okay, there we go. Now it's working.
So, is Jasmine here?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Just hadn't heard from you in a second.
Everybody, let me know when you are recording. I'll do the sync, and then yeah, I'll turn around and go right back to this.
I think we should do the go down the line thing and make sure everyone's recording. I am recording.
Yeah.
I'm going to before I actually do the clap. I'm just telling everyone the plan.
Yeah.
Everyone get your shit together.
Yeah. So,
Are you sure we should have the plan? I think Oni might deviate from it.
Oh my god! Shut up.
Blessel, are you recording?
Yes.
Oni, are you recording?
Yes.
Jess, are you recording?
Yes.
Jasmine, are you recording?
Yes.
Grapes, are you recording?
Yes.
Pause for dramatic effect.
Am I too high, or was that pause like way too long?
I think you're
I
just.
literally was
gotta-
going to say out loud, God damn it, Grapes.
We got to commit to the bit.
Okay. All right. Well, now that everybody.
Speaking of bits, on 3 or 3 then clap.
Oh my god.
I hate this. I hate this so much.
We do 3, 2, 1 clap. One
It's,
clap.
it's 3, 2, 1, and then you have a stroke.
If I could reach through the computer.
Done and done.
Yeah, what would you do then?
Our
Jess,
story-
you're the closest.
Our story begins with Otuk having a sudden heart attack.
Wait,
A brain aneurysm can strike at any time.
roll for heart attack. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, roll me a DC 600 fortitude save, please.
All right, I will. Natural 20.
Failure.
Oh,
Fuck.
Jesus.
No, it's just a regular failure. A critical, a natural 20. No, I'm kidding. It was a 15.
Critical failure. Anyway, all right. All right.
I
Well,
was ready,
time to
Arby.
roll
Let's
with the
do this.
backup character.
Okay, sync clap. In 3, 2, 1. Our story begins, as such stories often do, with a plan that we worked on for 4 weeks and then almost immediately discarded. That is
Big deal.
not a previous episode's joke. I'm talking about the plan to break into the bar here.
2 weeks later, I want to change everything up.
Last minute. Calling it
No,
off,
I don't wanna-
guys.
I don't want to change everything, just what my character would be doing. You guys can still do the same thing. It's fine.
Remind me what you told me. I forget.
All I said is that not Regulus, that's not the name of my character. Surreal may be backing off to go do some investigating while everybody is distracted.
No, fuck you. I just cast magic weapon on that rapier.
Oh,
I burned a spell slot for you.
Yeah.
You're coming
You
with.
only have
Look,
what?
she-
Is it 3 or 4?
I think it's
At level
only-
2, I have 3 first level spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
I
have
burned
used
2
2 of
already.
those on this. Well, actually, so Magic Missile has a 24-hour duration.
Oh shit.
So
Magical.
really,
What?
you just want to cast
Mage
that
armor?
as soon as you have it ready.
Fucking A. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
meant
excited
mage
right now.
armor.
Like Charlie's
Mage-
like, hell yeah. Anyway.
Mage armor, not magic
it's only a
missile?
+1, so like it's not crazy. It can't replace
Yeah.
full plate, but like for a spellcaster, yeah, Mage armor is great.
I mean, it took my DC up to 20. Or my AC up to 20.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because it's +1 striking. Wait, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. It's +1 item bonus to AC and a maximum dexterity modifier of +5.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
How
Like,
much
for a-
dexterity do you have?
Not +5. Like the maximum you could have is I think you have what, a 16 right now?
like look in roll 20. It's you ward yourself with shimmering magical energy, gaining a +1 item bonus to AC and a maximum dexterity modifier of +5. It says +5 there.
Yeah.
Or is that the max?
That is the maximum amount of dexterity that can count for your AC.
Okay, sweet. Okay, well then I did it correctly. Okay.
Yeah, and I was saying I think
No,
your
so-
dex is 16, right?
Yes, without this mage armor.
Oh no, like that doesn't affect what your dex score is.
Oh, my dex is 14.
Okay, so that means you have a dex modifier of +2.
Correct. So
2
I
is being added to your AC because of your dex. That mage armor caps how much your dexterity bonus adds to your AC at +5.
So your
well clear of
AC
that limit.
8.
should be 17.
so it's not adding any mod. So if I add the temporary modifier to make the my dexterity modifier a +5.
No, that's not. It doesn't change your dexterity. That is just a limit of how much dexterity you can use. And you are well clear of that. You're only at +2, so you're not losing.
So let's say you have a +6 to dexterity. You would only be able to use 5 of that dexterity for the armor class if you use mage armor.
Okay. So then my dexterity was +2. So I added 3 temporary modifier.
No. You don't add anything to your dex.
Not even temporary?
No. Mage armor acts like regular armor does, where it adds a flat bonus to your AC.
So it's just the +1 then.
Yeah. What the +5 dex is telling you that as a trade-off to the extra +1 for your AC from the armor, your dexterity can only count for a maximum of 5 in the armor, and anything more than that is wasted. Kind of like how regular armor works, where if you wear armor that has a dex cap of 3 and you have a +4,
okay,
only 3 of your dex is counting.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense now.
Yeah, so for you, that is just a +1 to your AC across the board.
All right. Fixed it. All right. Well, anyway, back to cereal. No, fuck you. You're gonna use your magic weapon.
Yeah, she used
Not
1/3
anybody.
of her daily resources to make your weapon magic for 1 minute.
But I don't think we want to stab people, because if I stab people, they are dead.
Well, then hopefully they don't resist.
What?
I said you should have thought of that before you let her cast the spell.
I didn't know what she was doing.
Here's the deal. If I cast it, and if you need it, you have that +1, and then double. You add 2 dice to your damage, whatever it says. If you don't use it, correct.
For a total of 2.
So if I would say it was worth it if you come in versus doing more investigation.
I do have a question. Would it still work if I were to use the pommel of the sword to knock somebody out?
I would say that still applies.
Okay. Because that is the other part of the plan.
Compromise.
I have 2 plans going on simultaneously in my head, fighting for dominance right now, guys. Okay.
Also, that gives you a -4 to hit. Do non-lethal damage.
Well, we're trying not to kill people here.
Well, yeah,
So
but mechanically, if you get
if they don't resist
with lethal damage, as long as the finishing blow is non-lethal, then they remain alive.
Okay. See, I didn't know that.
I can riddle someone with bullets and then punch him with my tiny fist.
Jess says F you with love. Charlie's like, no, fuck you, I cast this. Just so you know.
Spell.
I say it with love, but Charlie's like, no, fuck you, I just cast this.
Yeah, and the other important detail to remember is you can skulk about here and investigate as much as you want after you subdue Kagan.
Yeah. And Balrag.
Well, that's who I'm talking about.
That is Kagan.
Oh,
that's his
real
name.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, his full name is Bolgart Kagan.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You're using his last name. Gotcha.
You call him by some weird name instead of Balrag. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know
where
what's up with that.
I just was rattling off a name, and that's what came out of my mouth.
Well, And you'll wonder why I've switched to referring to him as Kagan.
Mm. Okay.
Oh man, I done did it.
No, it's fine. This is great.
Well, I figure that one is more likely to stick in the memory since it's a normal human name you may have considered in your real life.
Yeah,
I know his first name. It's just everyone calls it Balrag, so that's all I can say now.
Well, right, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
it's a power move.
Right. Oh yeah, no, yeah. And if you want to call him Balrag, that is your right. I'm just doing my best here.
We are the law now.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's recap. So Serial, Regulus, and Pofficer are
Team
coming through the
backdoor.
team backdoor,
Mm-hmm.
and then Victoria, myself, and Uktuk are coming through the
Team
front door
full
with me.
frontal.
Absolutely.
Operation Spit Roast is in operation.
Is that what we're calling it?
Sure. Just
Bit roast.
because we have team front door, team back door.
Backdoor sluts 9. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Typically, that is not what spit roast entails, but that's not important to the discussion.
We could talk about that on break.
It doesn't not.
Yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't not.
Actually,
Okay.
it does, but that's not important right now.
Conversation for break.
Yeah, so the plan, we have one team at the main entrance and one team at the service entrance. Did changing to that terminology help? Because I don't think it did.
I know what we were talking about, so we're good.
Yeah, for good.
Helped me. Wink.
Yeah, so that is Charlie, Victoria, and Uktuk coming in the front door with Suriel now leaving Regulus to go in the back door to the kitchen alone.
I said maybe. She's debating a lot right now. God.
I'm 90% sure the plan hinges entirely on you coming through the back door and
Stop
getting
reason.
to Kagan before he takes the Warhammer out.
Yeah.
That's why I cast Magic Weapon.
Well, that's also why Serial's debating not leaving, but also like I could stop people, but like they're gonna die.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is that without you there, one of these idiots will die.
Yeah. You know what? Let's roll a d4.
Dribbles is going to be posted at the back door. You don't need to help him.
So,
I think she's
one
more-
group. Go ahead.
I was just saying. I think what you were saying earlier is you were concerned that there is a third exit we are unaware of that people might escape through.
Yeah. But I'm gonna roll a d4. 1 through 2, Serial leaves. 3 through 4, Serial stays.
Oh, good.
Wow, that's a natural 1. I have only rolled natural. Did you guys see those 2 natural ones I rolled earlier, by the way?
Yeah.
You've killed me.
Like I said,
You've killed your father.
So,
Look, hey,
so you're
that is
you're
what
not
I'm
going
here
in.
Unless
Maybe Regulus is not a protagonist in this series. Maybe he is Suriel's origin story.
look, like I told Cecil earlier, it's not actually gonna take Regulus much to convince her to stay, but I couldn't choose whether she wanted to stay or not. That's why I rolled for it.
Okay, so yeah, just put in any minimal token effort to convince her to stay, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, pretty
You
much.
are exactly who can choose.
Yeah, but sometimes it's good to have the character be conflicted, and maybe like a single stern word from father is enough to make that decision.
Hey, get back here. No. But you do see her backing up.
Yeah, like if she starts to step away, all Regulus has to say is like, "You're out of position."
Kill it.
Because
This is
remember,
gonna become a meme.
you have to kick the door in because Regulus can't.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Regulus does see Serial taking a couple steps back right now. They're very slow, but she's thinking. She's thinking.
She like actively looking up at the second floor windows,
Yeah,
like thinking about
like
whether you can make it.
doing math.
Oh, I see what you're thinking about, but I'm not there. So
Hey, so time to get in there.
Oh yeah, the other important consideration that I probably could have mentioned going into this is, remember, this is a 3-story building.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to the roof gonna take you a while.
I just want to get into one of the higher floors, but like I
Oh
said,
yeah,
it's not gonna take regular. It didn't take Regulus much.
He had assistance.
Yeah, but we good. I do want to stealth though.
okay, yeah. If you want to open this door and like try to creep in, that is totally a thing that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I am still gonna have us do it in initiative.
Ah,
So that's why I was saying, kind of off air, that we're gonna start this in initiative just because I need the like second by second like flow of what happens. That doesn't mean
mm-hmm.
combat starts when initiative starts.
Mm-hmm.
That's
question if go
yeah.
ahead. Can I use Arcana for initiative because I have my wand in my hand?
Is your intent within the first round to cast an arcane spell?
Maybe not. No. So then no. Gotcha.
Stealth for
Okay.
initiative, though?
Yeah, definitely Regulus and Serial. If you are going in quiet, you can use stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie, I would go so far as to say, if you don't want to use perception for this,
My
actually
other thought would
a sense motive would be deception, or would be perception anyway. So I don't know why I was saying that.
my thought was perhaps intimidation because I would have perceived that we would be kicking the door in, and that would shock and intimidate any random person.
Yes. So if your intent is then in the first round of combat to spend an action using intimidate to demoralize, then that would be allowable.
They also use diplomacy if not wanting to use intimidation. Why was that so hard to say?
Yeah.
I mean,
You can, and actually there is some kind of description of this.
Mm.
Is like using intimidate for it is the kind of like classic idea of intimidate, where it's about volume and about being big and imposing, whereas diplomacy is like the whispered threat on a velvet glove.
Okay.
does
Yeah,
But
go ahead.
like,
Would be planning on using intimidate because he's definitely going to be kicking the door down, shouting at everyone.
yeah,
Oh yeah, no. It
he's
was just a
he's
question.
he's gonna go in banging the mace on the shield and screaming for everyone to get on the floor. So like
Pretty
that's
much.
intimidate. But if Jess wants to go in and just sternly to these people be like, if you want to keep your lives, get out
Get the
now.
fuck out.
Like, just very plainly, like, that is
Or
a fact.
comply.
Yeah.
Not get out, comply.
Either
Because
or.
literally
Days
I was
under
gonna
arrest.
like basically I was gonna yell, "Get down on the ground," and then start throwing a blind pepper tube into the middle of the dining room.
Okay. Yeah, if you're gonna like roll intimidate and then throw it, like, then yeah, you can use intimidate for your inish if you want.
Yeah, because that's exactly what I was gonna do, was tell them to get their ass on the floor and then throw a blind pepper tube.
I'm so
Sweet.
scared to roll right now.
But that's the point of the game. It's to roll dice.
I know.
Pulling up my
Okay.
Don John initiative tracker for the first time in a long
Hey,
time. Because
Yeah,
Hey.
long ass time.
are we doing it, guys?
How do I combat?
Finally.
I'm gonna roll initiative. I'm gonna start going.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll roll, and then I'll call on you to get your numbers.
Okay, that's
That's a good number.
so, oh, Jasmine,
Clickety clacky. I
you
roll
just
to
roll,
attacky.
Holy shit. Okay, guys, jeez. Out here wildin'.
We got this.
I'm not sure why mine says result of your roll. You wanted to send the result of the roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Oh, you were
so
supposed to select your token when you click your initiative button.
That's if I'm using the in-game initiative tracker in Roll20, which
Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay.
I have a third-party one called Don John that I use.
Don John.
Okay.
On John Johnson.
Yeah.
All right, so
Aqua Teen Hunger Force
Suriel,
reference.
what did you get?
I got a 16.
6.
Better than I could have hoped for.
I mean, like,
For stealth.
Charlie,
Will
what
Dribbles
did you
need
get?
an initiative?
Charlie got 22 for initiative.
Jesus.
Right.
Regulus, I'm just gonna have Dribbles act on your initiative. Since you have him guarding and not participating in combat, he's obviously not gonna be in the actions, but I'll have him act on your turn, as it were.
Okay.
Anyway, speaking of Regulus, what is your inish?
Regular's got a 12.
Well,
Slow and steady.
you're going after Suriel, which makes sense since you were waiting for her to hoof the door in.
Clink clunk, clink clunk.
So your like little stick leg would just punch a hole right through it. I know you're strong, but you're also like
Tiny.
like talking about force and bullets earlier. Like a bullet point delivering a force versus a fist are very different things. It's like your small foot would just like a knife right through wood.
I mean, the amount of spikes I put on his armor, I'm sure it would do a lot of damage to the door.
You know, I feel like this initiative order is going to be pretty appropriate. I got a 24.
Holy crap!
Oh my
Wow.
god. That's disgusting.
Wow.
How did
16
how
plus
did-
8.
Did you also use intimidate for initiative?
Yes, I did.
I would have expected nothing less.
That's beautiful.
Kicking down the door, hollering, everyone get on the floor.
Yeah.
Everybody do the
Everybody do the
dinosaur.
dinosaur.
Victoria, what do you got?
22.
Okay.
Let's fucking
So,
go, Team Full Frontal.
Between you and Charlie, what is the higher modifier?
I think last time this happened, we said they were the exact same.
Well, yeah, but this is Charlie's intimidate versus
Oh.
Victoria's perception.
my modifier was +5.
Okay, Victoria, what is your perception?
Plus 4.
4, yeah.
All right, so Charlie goes first.
Gotta get the bomb stuck from in between her boobs.
Wait, what's this you're talking about, Celeste? Did Charlie roll twice and take the better result? What's that for?
Background, I believe.
Oh, really? Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Didn't we say that?
Let me double check. Now that kind of rings a bell, actually. Yeah, because I have intimidate for initiative. Roll with advantage. Okay.
Nice.
Sick.
Thank you, Schlessel. Here, I'm going to roll one more time. 17. So 22 is the better of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But good to know that going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Got all about it.
Use the intimidation more often.
I figured that was the sole reason she asked.
Yeah.
You assume we know too much.
All right. So with our sorter, thanks, Don John. Uktuk, you
Yeah.
are up first.
Okay. So, I would like to kick door down, or kick door open, rather, Actually, can I do like the thing where like I like unlatch the door like slightly open, then kick it open so I don't fail to kick open the door?
I will allow you to attempt that.
Are you saying the door's locked? Oh,
No, no,
do
no,
I
no, no, no. I'm not. What I'm saying is there's going to be a roll for it.
roll to open door?
So what I'm going to do is, if you want to do that, I will have you roll a thievery check, which will represent your attempt to like sneakily open the door just a crack, so that you can then impressively hoof it open. It's not going to be a high DC, but it's still going to be a roll. And
Okay, what are
if
my
you
other
fail,
options for that?
well, I was going to say if you fail that roll, I would still let you just bash the door open normally without wasting an additional action. So there's kind of no
All right,
penalty for attempting
so
it.
no penalty. I'll give it a try then.
Okay.
4.
So remember how there's no penalty to just attempt a strength check to do it normal?
Did you just lie to me?
No, I'm saying you can do that now.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, remember when I said that? Yeah, I lied.
No.
Okay,
I'm, I
so
I will never lie to you
it was the way
like a
you
roll. Like
it was
just
the way you worded that.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I want you the player to feel safe knowing that.
All right.
I will not lie to you about like whether or not you can
Okay.
roll for it.
So do I roll athletics for that? Or to kick door
Yeah.
open?
Yeah, it would be
Okay.
athletics, which I
He
think you're
just
good at.
he just
I
really
am for
keeps
a
the ending.
24.
Um,
Jesus.
do you want the door to swing open, split down the middle, and just kind of like flop? Or do you want it to come off the hinges like whole and slam against the wall?
Like
Like
the far
opposite.
wall or
Yeah.
just like
Like
somewhere
like
between.
like the wall directly across from you. Like if you look at the map, that's that wall.
Well, I feel like the wall option would be the biggest intimidate. Because I was
Well,
expecting like Yakuza 1 Kiryu just like kicking down the door open, and if
the
there's a dude in front of it, it just takes out the dude.
yeah, and the reason that I'm asking how you want to do this is that you have scored a critical success on kicking the
On
door open.
door.
Oh,
So like
good.
basically any plausible scenario for bashing a door open really really good, we can work. Like what do you want to do?
Yeah, I just want if I can have the choice, I just kick the door off its hinges, just go whoosh whoosh and just like flies into the tavern.
Do you want it to like fly directly forward so that it hits that guy and bashes him into the wall and knocks him out?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Let's do that.
Now, when he is bashed unconscious, do you want like a cartoon where he's lodged in the wall or like flop on the floor like a puppet?
Flop on the floor like a puppet. I
Samurai
like
Okay.
that
fall
Any
option.
over.
any other any other extras you want to like anything
How
else that you could like hope for in a best case scenario?
Uh, other than like jazz music stops, no.
Okay. So that
Riley
is your
stopped
first
playing?
action. And your other two are probably going to be like move a couple of steps into the bar and then
Right. I
go.
definitely want to take a step in and yell like, "All right, everyone, get on the ground!"
Okay, so you hit the door. It flies straight into the wall across from you, and when it hits the wall with force, falls, and then behind it, an unconscious man also falls. You have everybody's full attention already when you start yelling. So you're gonna have a +2 circumstance bonus to your intimidate.
Sick. So I basically go, "This is an illegal congregation. Everyone here is under arrest. Comply, or lethal force will be. I can't think of the word now. Will be distributed." There we go.
Deployed.
Deployed.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Intimidate with +2, you said?
Yeah. Just
Cool,
for
26.
Jesus Christ.
That brings my intimidate to +10.
Shit. Oh my god. Okay. Well, significantly different than I was expecting, but okay.
I mean, I'm feeling the same way.
Yeah. So
Oh no, is that my hubris kicking in? Oh no.
well, I'm just trying to figure out how to like characterize this. So everybody in the room, all of the customers, both of the servers that are out there, um, everybody except for Kagan and Riley, immediately just whatever they're holding is dropped, and they are all on the ground.
Okay, and I look at those two that didn't go on the floor, and I said, "You too."
They are gonna act on initiative, is why I
Oh,
didn't
no.
describe what they are doing. It
Oh,
hasn't
Oh
happened
no,
yet. I'm just
Surreal. I might have to kill your boyfriend. Sorry.
I just imagine fucking Riley and Oaktook like lock eyes.
all right.
Oh,
Next,
oh, that's right. I hope Riley remembered what I told him.
yeah. Next in
I
the
have to see him
initiative.
again. He's in trouble.
Next in the initiative is Charlie.
All right. So
Oh,
as I'm walking, go ahead.
sorry to interrupt. Can I move in one more square so that
Yeah.
the others have room to? Yeah, I want to go
Yeah,
like
that's
right
fine.
there, so that others have room to enter
Yeah,
as well.
I would actually move one more.
One more? Yeah,
Like,
let's go like right here.
oh, I meant like one more forward, because like if you're at that table, you could like take the last swig of the drink of the guy that you just KO'd with the door.
I don't. I no. I'm on duty.
Well, I mean, like you like take it and then you spit it on the floor. Like that's part of the bit.
I could if that's what this character would. I totally have other characters that would do that.
Okay, that's. I mean, I wasn't saying you have to. It was just an idea I had.
Right, right.
But yeah,
Cool.
I
yeah,
get
just
you. I get you.
one more square away from the door to allow
Yeah,
some
like
room for your
right there is a
yeah.
good space.
Yeah. All right, Charlie.
Okay.
Charlie.
So Charlie's walking in. Do you count this as an action of I'm pocketing the wand but pulling out the blind pepper tube? Is that considered an action?
I mean, if you want, you could have had one in each hand.
Okay. The
If you
reason I
want,
ask because I need to open the blind pepper tube if I want to use it.
okay. Yeah. Well, if your plan is to use the blind pepper tube first, you can use and deploy it, and then just draw the wand later.
Okay, cool. So as I'm walking in and I'm kind of twirling the blind pepper tube in my fingers, and I kind of do just look at the general scene. So you said all of the patrons except Keegan and Riley are down on the floor, correct?
Yeah, I mean, like they're like it's the turns don't take place all at once, so like they're kind of bullet time in the process of all just dropping to the floor.
So they're still okay.
But yeah, that's what they're doing currently in this round is dropping
Okay.
to the floor.
So then what I do is I'm walking in and twirling the blind pepper tube in my fingers. I say out loud, well, let me start over. Well, it looks like most of you cocksuckers understand what get on the ground means, and she'll pull the blind pepper tube open and we'll throw it into the middle right here. So it hits it gets the most people.
Okay, so if you target this square, that means every square touching it will be the splash zone, which means you're going to catch this patron, and hold on. this patron in
Draw
this
a box.
flash.
Okay.
So that's who
I
you're going
mean,
to hit there. If you want to
sounds
get the
good.
most people possible, targeting
Did you say like right
this
here
square
at square?
would catch 5 people. I think targeting this square, 6.
All right, I'll do this one then.
Okay, you target that square. All right. Since you're just targeting an area, the AC to hit is 5 for the thrown weapon.
Okay.
And it is like other alchemical bombs where it's a 20-foot range, right?
Let me look really quick.
5-foot range.
Okay.
Targets one creature.
Oh,
Okay.
this
I've been
isn't a
trying to
bomb.
tell you.
This is like
okay,
pepper
okay.
spray.
So this is going to be the theoretical maximum range roll. You are making this at a +10, but just have to make 5 to hit the square.
I think it's being used not intended as what it's supposed to be.
Oh.
Yeah,
This
now that
isn't
I'm
like a
reading it.
grenade.
Yeah,
this is like
Yep.
a can of pepper spray.
That's why. That's even why I asked about alchemical bombs when I was talking about. Yeah. This isn't. Yeah, you're not gonna.
Okay,
Yeah, this is
okay.
this is to like walk up to one person and blow in their eyes.
Okay. Oh, so I can't even throw it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Okay.
could. It would just
Not work.
I
be
misunderstood. what the
unlikely
whole-
to be effective.
I bought the blind pepper tubes like 2 months ago, and then I was like, "Holy shit, this will be a great idea for the bar." So, okay.
I think you should save it for Keegan, because using it on Keegan might be a good idea.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
that could be very useful.
if you combo that with your blindy
Shroud of
focus
Night.
spell, like
Hello.
because
There you
you
go.
make somebody sickened on a critical failure, and
Ooh.
somebody who's already blind is going to critically fail a reflex save to avoid getting something in their eyes.
Okay.
'Cause,
Because then what I'll do is I will move my full movement 25 feet.
Mhm.
As I say out loud, well, at least most of you cocksuckers understand what it means to get on the ground. And then I'm going to, so then I will be in range of Keegan. And I will take your suggestion. I will cast Shroud of Night.
Okay, so you've moved 1. Is Shroud of Night 2 actions?
So Shroud of Night is 1. Hold on, I gotta
Okay.
pull
Blind
my
Yeah.
sheet back up.
Because keeping you honest, we are using 1 action to spend on a demoralize because you used intimidate for your initiative.
Right.
And then if you wanted to use your 3rd and final action to cast a 1 action spell, then that would work out fine.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Because I need to get him as incapacitated as I can so he doesn't pull up that Warhammer.
Love the action economy in Pathfinder so much. So yeah, so let's resolve your intimidate first. Who are you attempting it upon?
I'm attempting it. Can I attempt it on Keegan and Riley? The most of you cocksuckers at least listen.
For
Or is
a
it just one
mechanical
person?
Intimidate, yeah, it's just one. There's a feat
One
that lets
person.
you do 2.
Okay. Then I will focus on Keegan.
But, maybe if it's a crit, there's a bit of a splash effect kind of thing.
Maybe we'll see. Go ahead and roll me the intimidate, and we'll decide what you say after you see the roll.
16.
Okay, against Kagan. That is going to just barely succeed against his will DC. So
Okay.
you can successfully demoralize him.
Oh, let's save me the turn then.
Yep.
Perfect.
And then I will.
I kind of like let you do yours on all the people who I don't have character sheets for. Like, I have a generic stat block for those guys. I have character sheets for Kagan and Kells, so like I let you just
Gotcha.
like as a splash
Okay.
effect hit all of them because back to back critical successes.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. I
Yeah,
Yeah.
feel good. Feels good.
yeah. So like you took a lot of moving pieces out of this encounter. Like
I
that
might not even
is
have to do my job.
well, no, like there's still two that are in initiative. So
It might.
okay, and then your last action is
Shot a knight.
okay. Cool. I'm gonna apply those conditions to him in Hero Lab while you say what you want to say for like you shake him, but only a little.
So I can repeat something and then cast Shroud of Night is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, no, like I've got the mechanical effects resolved. I'm just like while I work on it, like for flavor, what do you want to have said to him to
Oh, I see.
like demoralize and
Ah,
then um oh I got to do the spell. He has a will save DC 15.
mhm.
Let me do that real quick. He does not make it. So yeah, you shake him like emotionally with words and then literally blind him.
Sweet. Okay. So then what I will say as I'm do this and I blind him is that you're such a sneaky motherfucker, aren't you? And then that'll be my turn.
The accent and everything.
Oh, my Wisconsin one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so he is blinded and frightened one.
Mm. But don't forget, guys, I did before this, I did tell everyone his military history, so we all do know that.
So another important thing to note for action economy is that Shroud of Night can last for up to 1 minute, but
I saw that.
you
Mhm.
have to sustain it each round, which costs you an action.
Mm.
So
Oh,
like
so I don't even have to use cackle.
right now that allows you to not have to spend that action to sustain it, is what that
Oh,
does.
gotcha.
So
So one
that's
or the other.
it's while well no it's while you're sustaining it. If like there's just one round where you need all three actions, you use your cackle to sustain as a free action, so you get that full round, and then you go back to spending an action each round. Like that's kind
Okay.
of what that's for.
Okay.
So this is
Cool.
like you can keep sustaining that and cast another spell, or you can sustain it and move and do something else, but you only have two actions to play with each round.
This is the best fucking hex. Okay. Cool. Oni.
All right. So yeah, you've you have frightened him and blinded him.
He never saw it coming.
No,
Never
literally.
saw it coming.
He
Thank
had
you.
it coming.
It is now Vittoria's turn.
Yay. All right. So can I have my pistol in one hand and then a bomb in the other? Am I able to do that?
Um, yeah, you'd still have to follow the rules for each of them as far as like multiple weapon attacks and how many hands you need to load and ready and all that.
Right. That's good to know. For now, I'm just gonna have my pistol out. And I'm just gonna just kind of casually walk in, but I'm just gonna like just start pistol like the nearest guys, which I guess would be at this table here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna say, if you know what's good for you, you won't move unless you want a bullet where you don't want one.
I'm gonna roll to see how many of these people
Oh,
know what a
God.
bullet is.
Oh, what? What's a bullet?
Well, no, it's extremely likely they will mistake it for the a boulette,
Oh,
which
that's a
is
completely
a
different thing.
famous and terrifying monster in Galarian.
Yeah, land shark.
Ammunition for slings is also called a bullet.
Oh
But
yeah,
that's
there's that.
all. That's also very presumptuous for you to assume a peasant knows what a bullet is.
You never know.
That's the kind of thing people in Galarian, especially in this part of the world in Avestan, tell folk tales about.
So they should know, essentially.
Maybe.
Yeah, like during the Age of Darkness, they almost hunted part of humanity to extinction. Like in one particular region, I can't remember which one, but like it was a genetic bottleneck event for
That's
humanity.
fine.
Anyway,
You assume peasants go to school.
well, no, it's just the thing that like it's kind of like how you can expect a regular person now to know what a tiger is. Like that's what I'm telling you. Is like there are things people tell stories about because everyone knows what
All
they
right.
are. Anyway, Victoria, you were on your turn and we interrupted.
That's fine. Um. So, yeah, I'm just kind of pointing my pistol at the nearest guys to me, and just
Holding them up.
watching see if they make a move that I don't like.
Okay.
Like, it's like she's like very casual about it.
Yeah. And when we do whatever we're gonna do to recover episode 1, spoilers, we lost a little bit of that. Anyway, um, we also got to talk about that gun. um, but that's a later. That's a later. We'll just roll with it for now. And if we have to issue some corrections, we'll deal with it later. So yeah, action wise, are you doing an intimidate, or are you just like kind of holding to see what happens, or like what is your
Um, yeah, intimidate.
okay? Could I
Get it.
recommend another course of action?
Sure.
So what we can do in Pathfinder, and I'm recommending it just because it's kind of an excuse to talk about a rule that a lot of people might not know about, and it
Mm-hmm.
is readying actions.
Yeah.
So in Pathfinder, if you have a turn where there's not really anything you need to do, one of the ways that you can kind of wait and see what happens before you decide what to do is called readying an action. And the way it works mechanically is it costs you 2 actions to ready 1, or 3 actions to ready 2. So you have moved into the room, you have spent 1 action already. You can spend 2 actions to ready 1 attack. And the cool thing about readying is it has a specific trigger. It's not, later in the round, or it's not after the last PC goes. It's like, if somebody moves, I am prepared to shoot them. So
Oh, cool.
it's kind of gambling with your actions, because if you're right, that means you can shoot somebody at a much more opportune moment. The drawback is if you're wrong and nobody meets that trigger, the action is just lost at the end of the round.
Oh,
But
I
it
see.
is it is an option. The other options are called holding your action or delaying your action. Um, the difference between the two hinges more on whether that changes your initiative later in the combat. I'm not going to get into that too much right now. and just say you can also move your turn further down in the order, hold your action, and say you want to go last. If you like, for example, or after the next person, or something like that. That's also an option.
Okay. I think I'd like to ready an action actually.
Okay. What action are you gonna ready? I presume to shoot somebody.
Yes, of course, absolutely.
Okay. And what is the trigger for this? Is it if a person moves, or is it if a person makes a hostile action? Like what specifically are you gonna trigger this attack?
If someone makes a hostile action, then I'll shoot.
Okay. All right. So, anytime you hear something happen that you would interpret as a hostile action, feel free to jump in and shoot your shot then. All right?
Gotcha.
And if you hear me say we're back to the top of the round, you've gambled and lost. And that's going to happen sometimes. No different than making an attack and, rolling a 3.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Times just don't work out.
Sometimes it just don't work out.
If Oak took one and it had all the NPCs just like hit the floor, I think you would have been in pain,
But that was really cool.
Yay.
Yee. Okay, Luigi.
Ouija
All
time.
right. So, next in the initiative order is Kagan.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Who's blind and spooked.
He is blind and spooked. And he
Charlie's
responds
very
to being blind and spooked much more notably than like Uktuk. You're pretty sure his response to that is going to override anything that you did, because being blinded is a lot more visceral than
It's fine.
being terrified.
That's fine.
Yeah.
He's been terrified before.
So I'm not a good enough voice actor to describe, to like make the noise that he makes, but I could best describe it as it starts as like a grunt of confusion and then kind of drifts into a like like an upward grunt of like, oh wait, I figured it out, and then like a shriek of like a mixture of rage and fear, like I'm scared and pissed.
He's going through a lot of emotions right now, guys. Just let him have his space.
Yeah.
Charlie is
So all of that
cackling
happens in the course of like half a second, and then
May I make an attempt
at what?
at voicing that?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's good.
Charlie is like standing there with her eyes kind of like The Shining, where he's kind of looking, his head's kind of pointed down and he's like kind of looking at him like sinister.
Yeah.
It's kind of got like the Grinch smile kind of going like.
Yeah, and like when
the
you look
Kubrick
at his
stare.
face, his eyes are like literally covered in blackness. Like there's just black voids in his skull where his eyes should be. And it's
They call
horrifying.
that. Oh, go ahead.
Like that was done, and it's horrifying. Like
She just has this like menacing laugh.
So, fun fact, the downward look while looking up at the camera is called the Kubrick stare.
It is.
Oh no shit! I didn't know that.
It is a term that Stanley Kubrick coined in to show a character that is so sinister and delusional.
oh neat.
Oh. Charlie's got that down pat.
Yeah, Kubrick staring like a champ.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
You.
so the way that Kagan responds to this,
What's he gonna do?
so like he does the whole noise, and like his hands cover his eyes, and like it ends in this higher than you'd expect shriek. He then attempts an athletics.
Oh, parkour.
I mean, like, at the most basic level, because he's just like rolling over the bar. And he rolled a critical success, so it's like a diving
Jesus.
shoulder roll across the bar.
He rolled over the hood of a car. Do a barrel roll.
Yeah. But he does that over the bar, and then from the landing point kind of lunges at Charlie, like in just Charlie's general direction.
All blinded?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get into the specifics of the mechanics here, because the athletics check is him spending an action to move across the bar, which like navigating an obstacle by feel. He then moves 1 square, which is a less than a quarter of his speed, which is how you move when you're blind. And then he's going to attack Charlie with a DC 10 flat check to see if he even swings in the right place before he rolls the attack roll.
I roll or you roll?
You know what? Let's just you roll it, and if you roll it 11 or better, he just swings at the wrong square. Like,
so I could just roll a d20.
Yeah, just a d20 with no modifiers, and if you roll 11 or better, he just like he doesn't remember where you are in the square.
Oh, I'm using my hero point.
Okay.
Natural 20. Oh man. Hero point to the rescue.
I mean, that's good, but it's kind of a bummer you wasted it on a flat check.
But hey.
But yeah, so he attacks, like, kind of.
You didn't.
Like, what you would consider within a 5-foot cube of where your body actually is, because that's.
I see what you're saying.
But like.
Oh, I thought he was like right up on me though. Okay.
Oh, like
all right.
He is in an adjacent square. He just he doesn't attack you accurately enough that he even gets an attack roll because he's fully blind.
I forgot that.
He like swings this way instead.
Yeah. It like whooshes past your face.
Well, mechanically, he still attacks. He attacks the right square. It's just he doesn't even get an attack roll. Like, it just doesn't matter. And the reason that's important is because if she wasn't within that movement of him, he would then be rolling perception checks to even see if he could find the right square.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I fucked up. Oh man.
No.
Well, all you have to do is move away from him at a leisurely pace, and he will lose you in the crowd.
What I'm saying is I fucked up because I used my hero point. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, like that's. I mean, like he still might have really hurt you because.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah. No, like you saved yourself from taking some damage. Like, that's not a waste. It's. I didn't say you wasted the hero point. I meant you wasted the natural 20. Is all.
Oh, okay.
The natural 20 isn't useful in this situation.
I've been misreading people all fucking week.
Oh,
my bad.
It's all right. Yeah, no, it's just there's just no way to critically succeed in a flat check. That's all I was saying. Is like, it's a shame that was a 20.
Yeah.
Because you just needed an 11.
Okay.
You didn't get hit, and that's what you were going for.
And like, again, this is a big man throwing like haymaker punches. So like,
that's what I was concerned about. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, he's just freaking out and blindly throwing punches. But that is the extent of his actions. Riley is going to drop his loot. He's next in the initiative order, by the way.
He better drop that freaking loot.
And then he is going to... Where did I put it? Yeah. he is gonna wave his hands briefly and disappear.
Fucker. You. Oh.
Fucking knew it.
And Riley has rendered himself invisible.
Fuck. Do I have anything?
Well, you know what that means. Fugitive! Time to drop some wanted posters.
Yeah,
Wanted, handsome
and
Bardman.
he takes another action, but I don't have to tell you what it was because he's invisible.
No, you don't.
Yeah, Suriel.
There's no such things as
all of that
reactions in this,
happen.
is there?
Well,
There
I'm thinking.
is. They just have to meet specific triggers. Like, what reaction are you trying to do?
I was just gonna I was gonna do like electric arc or something in his general direction.
So if you have any spells whose action requirement is a reaction, and what he did meets the requirements for that reaction, like what the trigger is, then you can do that.
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't have the only reaction one I have is face familiar, so never mind. I just get to be pissed in the corner here.
Yeah, and the trigger for that one is your familiar takes damage, so it wouldn't even.
Yeah, it wouldn't even work. Yeah. It's all good.
It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry.
So I think our stealths were good enough to get through, to not get noticed through all that chaos.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you hear all of that happen before your foot collides with the door, so choose your actions appropriately. Including the shrieking of Kagan as he, like, blindly throws haymakers at Charlie.
Well, Suriel's just free actions, just gonna look at Regulus wide-eyed for a second. She's actually not going to kick open the door. She's going to open it slowly because that was the plan. That's what the stealth was for, actually.
Okay.
Because
yeah, and you know what? Because of what's going on, I'm not even going to make you roll. You can just say that you successfully open the door quietly.
And go walk inside. Oh, sneak inside.
Okay, so do me a perception check, please.
Perception. That's a 17. Please, for the love of God, don't get me stuck in the teens again. Roll 20.
Okay, so as you quickly scan the room,
motherfucker, I knew
immediately clock that there is not any movement here, but standing in the corner is this who is presumably the cook.
Mm-hmm.
So you haven't seen her out on the floor. She is like backed into the corner, like sobbing and holding a butcher knife. Like she thinks she's gonna die.
I'll leave her there. She's fine. She's not gonna do anything.
Cool.
So with that perception, I wasn't that's not rolling whether to notice her. She's not like hiding.
Yeah.
The perception was to notice that like when you clock her in the corner, she makes eye contact with you. And like you see like just like this woman thinks she's about to die. And that is staring right back at you.
Yeah, no, Suriel's just gonna leave her there in the corner. She's gonna look at her and turn around and start making her way towards the back of the bar. No. Well,
that is fucking ice cold.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
She's here for a job, goddammit. She doesn't know these people. She doesn't care about these people.
I've decided going forward, I'm gonna soft serve up opportunities to be villains because like I talk a lot about law and like what you're legally allowed to do, but like you're still dicks.
Isn't that what this whole thing is about? Us being the bad guys?
Yeah, and I wanted to offer up some more opportunities to like have you like you can express that in ways that don't meaningfully affect like combat or anything. You can just be dicks.
I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Leaving her to wallow in her pity and her
Yeah,
sorrow
because like a not
with
like even a neutral person would at least like give her a don't worry, I'm
a
not
pat
here to
pat
hurt you, just out of like to make sure you don't
compassion.
like decide I'm a threat, and then once my back is turned, like you remember you have a big knife.
Not even going to regard you. That's how little you matter.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, you are so ice cold with not giving a shit about her feelings that you don't even bother assessing her for threat.
No, she doesn't look like a threat.
Well, yeah, but like she might turn into a like cornered something mean animal.
That's
Rabbit.
A cornered
Wolverine.
badger, like yeah.
yeah. No, that's why Surreal's leaving her alone. If we leave her alone, we don't do
Oh yeah,
anything.
well,
She's fine.
yeah. I'm just saying there's not a circumstance under which like nobody
Yeah.
would be a threat.
But what's this? 5, 10, 15, 20.
Jackal.
Jackal. Cereal's gonna walk to behind the bar and just, after realizing sneaking probably isn't that useful anymore, she's gonna yell out, Riley, sweetie, would you be very helpful and come out to play? We're gonna need some help getting all these people, and I know you know something, and I'm gonna roll that intimidation. Because she needs people. I did not mean to hit rapier. Why did that happen?
Okay.
I was gonna say.
I want to do something.
Yes.
Since you are trying to like ride the line with this guy between like the scare-roused line, because of the phrasing you used, what I'm gonna let you do is roll intimidate and then roll a diplomacy and keep whichever one is better.
Oh, okay. This man does not know what to do with his emotions.
So I'm gonna let fate decide.
That is 17 for that intimidation.
All right.
Which makes
Seems
sense.
appropriate.
Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. Hilariously, my intimidation and my diplomacy are even. They're both +5s.
Right, that's why I was gonna let
Roll
fate
That's
decide.
it?
That's
Please.
So roll the die.
Yeah.
Amateur numbers.
Shut up.
Flex isn't +8 intimidation.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a mechanical effect of which I will reveal at a certain point.
That is only 2 actions. Okay. So I already had my sword drawn. The stealth was already done, and then I walked over here. Oh wait, so that's 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That brings us to Regulus. You also heard all of that happen before Suriel like put the boot back on the floor and then just like let the door swing open and creeped in.
Okay, so Regulus is gonna tell Dribbles to guard the door.
Okay.
Stake your
He is
clipboard.
trained for that, yeah?
We've said combat trained.
Yeah. Yeah, so he would understand that command. So that wouldn't be a nature check for that. He just listens to you.
Does Regulus spot this person? Do I need to do a perception check?
No, the perception is to notice her like look to you and kind of ask with her eyes, "Are you here to kill me or are you here to help me?"
No, Regulus doesn't care about that.
Okay.
But he is gonna give a
you
shh.
spot her. Oh God. Oh Jesus.
Hell yes.
Just a
Just
tiny
glowing red
puppet.
human eyes.
Yeah, the glowing red eyes in the darkness.
Terrifying.
Roll Actually, wait. Roll me a society, please.
Okay, I have not marked that as trained yet. There we go. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh,
23.
we do indeed live in a society.
We
Mhm,
well,
mhm.
so that's knowing, like, so that's society is knowing stuff about culture and
Jesus.
like it's anthropology basically. Like, so I'm just kind of looking for an excuse to use the skill that we retconned into Regulus having, and
And that I wound up having one of my highest
What are you
scores and
talking
didn't
about?
get my sheet right.
Regulus always had society. You silly Billy.
oops, what timeline is this? Anyway,
I
so-
know how to read.
well, so what I mean is just doing that kind of conveys it that provokes the response that you want from her, which is she like stops shivering, nods slightly, and then like just places the knife on the floor, but
To be
remains
clear.
crouched in the corner.
The only response Regulus wants is for her to be quiet.
Oh, I know. I'm just telling you what happens.
Regulus came in, said, "Shut the fuck up," and she put the knife on the ground.
Well, you gave her a win condition because all her brain heard was, "I be quiet, I stay alive." Regulus.
Seems correct.
And then he'll just sort of walk into the room and stay sneaky. So I guess this side.
No, go back.
Do I need to roll stealth for that, or are we using the stealth I rolled for initiative?
I'm gonna, considering how much everyone else's attention is focused, I'm gonna let you roll that over into this, and you are hidden. Nobody knows you're here if you don't want them to.
Yeah, okay.
I don't even think they can see you since you're tiny and you don't even come up above the bar.
Yes. Regulus is literally invisible to everyone except potentially Riley.
Or maybe Cereal if she turns around.
Yeah.
She might step on
Actually,
you, be aware.
Yeah.
Regulus,
Oh.
please roll me just a flat, just a d20, and tell me what number you get.
Oh no.
I'm gonna do that with a physical die.
Perfect. That's what I
I got an 8.
Oh,
Okay.
your fate is sealed. Regulus has a heart. Not Regulus. What's his name? Pretty boy.
Riley?
Riley has a heart attack.
I like how you don't even know his name.
I feel like if I got a
once, I'm
higher roll,
sorry.
I would have like bumped into Riley.
Right.
I wanted to call him Raimi for a
Anyway,
moment. I was like, no, that's not
the
right.
end of your actions.
I think so. So I did a stride to get to there.
Uh-huh.
I gave a command to Dribbles.
Yep.
And I shushed that person. I think that's 3.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. So Victoria, we are at the bottom of the order, so this is your last like chance to do your thing.
To maybe shoot somebody.
Would you consider Kagan's actions as hostile?
Yes.
Do you
Yep.
want to shoot him?
Yes, I do.
Shoot him
You
in
can
the
shoot
foot.
him. Well, you can shoot at him.
Just don't accident.
What about turning invisible? Is that hostile?
Right?
Yeah, actually, since we talked about it, I would also allow you to attempt a shot at the square where Riley was when he vanished.
Somewhere around here-ish.
Well, so what that means is that again is a situational reason to bypass having to figure out what square he's in. You know what square he's in. He hasn't acted again. Well, actually, no, wait,
maybe.
No, you don't, because there was another action. You don't know if he moved or not.
Yeah.
So I take all of that back.
So you can shoot into his...
Well, I mean, if it was a ready action.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
that's-
yeah, it would be right when he turned invisible,
obviously.
wouldn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to
You
take
can
it
use
as he
your.
vanishes, you could also do that, or you can shoot Kagan. Your choice.
I'd rather shoot Kagan.
Okay.
He's that's no.
Target the
it makes-
threat. Risky strategy. And that I said that in a sarcastic tone, but like actually, like that makes all the sense in the world. Obviously, you target the bigger threat. Like
Tori is very small and Kagan is very big.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and as mentioned, he is blind and pissed.
16.
Does that
Okay.
hit? I would say that hit.
That does because he is flat-footed due to being blind. Thank you, Charlie.
Woohoo!
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
So yeah, what's your damage on this gun?
Let's see. Damage 3 plus target. Must succeed at a fortitude save against your class DC or be stunned 1. Critical damage 6 plus target.
Don't have to worry about the critical damage right now.
Yeah, it was just a normal hit.
So 3 plus target. Great. Great. Do I add this 3 onto the 16 or?
No, the 16 is the armor class. So that's what you rolled to hit the enemy. The 3 is the actual damage you did to them.
Oh, so
yeah, it's just a fixed 3. Okay.
Plus the fortitude.
Plus the target must succeed at a fortitude save. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Or
stunned. For the damage, it's just 3. That's what I'm doing, and then I'll do the save. I'm just putting in the hit.
I do not think Vittoria has critical specialization with firearms.
Not yet.
Well, that's why I was asking flat 3, because as a gun would also have a die, wouldn't it? Unless this is a special thing.
I think she just rolled 3 damage.
Yeah, the formula's in there as 1d4.
Discord, you son of a bitch.
Jesus, please. All right.
Yeah, what gun are you using?
Flintlock pistol.
Okay.
Which deals 1d4 damage. It's fatal d8.
Okay. So that should be 1d4 and you rolled a 3, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just wanted to make. I thought you said it was just 3 damage was a flat, and I was confused. We can lose that part anyway. Yeah.
Editors, edit that out.
Points of damage to Kagan, and then the fortitude save is because you have a poison.
No, that's the critical specialization thing for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and that only applies in the event of a critical hit, even if you do have it. Okay, so that is the end of our first round of combat.
Wow.
Ooh.
Hey, and it only took us an hour and a half. And they say high-level play drags. Ugh. No, it's totally fine. We're learning the game.
Hey, you know what? You know what? So far, we're still beating the criteria. It hasn't been 2 rounds yet.
That's true. No, that's 20.
Yeah.
No, in Pathfinder, if it takes more than 2 rounds, you're doing it wrong. But of course, that's
really?
first edition. But it's still less than 2 rounds. Let's see if we can do it.
So, I'm going to call this our break point, because it's been an hour and a half.
It's been.
It's been
Yeah.
3 years since you looked at me.
Yeah.
It is podcast law that you have to say that.
What? It's been.
It's been.
Anyway, I'm gonna stop record now.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I was showing in the chat. If you hover over the number in a roll on Roll20, it'll tell you the formula that was used to get that. So you can see there in the screenshot, I hovered over it and it tells you And since these are like a little complicated, there's like a lot of shit going on, but you can tell it was a D4 was rolled, and then
Okay, yeah. It's the first thing. I was in another screen and I just heard 3 damage. I didn't hear the roll. Like that was just me short circuiting. It's not anything anybody else did.
What are we naming this episode?
Beep boop. It's been no.
Operation Spit Roast.
My God.
please no. But also because guns do have that fatal trait.
How about we name it Round 1?
One entire round of combat, and then it's like the episode is an hour.
Round 1 fight.
All caps says fight.
Round 1 fight. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Hard as MP3.
Okay, so
Episode 5.
I thought this was
5,
episode 4.
One entire
Shit.
round of combat.
No, the last episode was episode 4.
I just
I
didn't
fucked
change
up.
the tag on the stream because I'm lazy.
You'd think I know this. Her AC is nice.
As Robert Evans loves to say, I am a